checks just to make sure he's okay. So this looks like Jorge Lorenzo is just about to head out on that the brand new GP17. We saw Andrea Dovizioso do a few laps on the new bike yesterday. Lorenzo did do one installation lap, just a system check lap yesterday, very late on in the evening. And that looks like that is the GP17, definitely, is it, that Lorenzo's on, Dylan?
Yeah, absolutely correct. That is the GP17, and he's got the tyres in there that he went out on the GP16 before. So we have to reiterate, he's not on a brand new set of tyres, so don't expect him to be setting any records. Bob the garage to speak with him and regarding to ask, is he actually going to arrive today? So he's just getting ready now, so we should see him out there relatively soon.
Smarter than the fan and his new teammate was quickest yesterday.
But the game is already as expected, and certainly Jorge expected that there was a bit of tension there, because as his new teammate taking all the plaudits, all the headlines, it's going to be a very, very interesting 2017. As his former teammate, well, they didn't get on. There's no pretense about that.
Yeah, this is going to be fascinating, because this is Jorge Lorenzo then out on that GP17. Now, we know that he did one very quick lap, just a system check lap late last night, but this is now Jorge Lorenzo putting in these absolutely vital, crucial first development miles on the new GP17 machine.
Yeah, and as we said, this will be the final day of testing before Sepang at the end of January for Jorge Lorenzo. So it's a very, very important time for him. Dylan.
Guys, quick word on Alvaro Bautista's bike. Fortunately, not a big crash. Just a quick, all they need is a fairing change on the left-hand side. The left foot peg is just worn down a little bit, so they'll change that. The handlebar looks like it could be used again, as could the clutch lever as well. Very important to note, and I don't know whether you see this in the camera shot, they only have one bike. Bautista only has one GP16. Karel Abraham only has one GP15. So, unlike the other teams, they're going to have to wait until at least the Sepang test before they have two bikes to try. So that's, you could argue, is the most unfortunate thing about those guys crashing, is that they are going to always lose time when that happens.
Gigi Delineated, when he's been lying in bed dreaming for the last few years, the GP17 with Jorge Lorenzo aboard, his dream has become a reality, and this is the challenge to the other factories in 2017. Jorge Lorenzo on the new Ducati.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to track the difference in Jorge Lorenzo's pace. There's his former crew chief Ramon Facada looking on. Dani Pedrosa's got down to business pretty quickly. We said he'd only just done his second time lap of the day. Well, his third time lap of the day was a 1:31.067, which immediately fired him up into second place. So it's a Repsol Honda 1-2 with Jack Miller third. Miller on the Estrella Galicia might be the S Honda 1:31.400. Jack Miller was saying yesterday he has got that slightly modified Honda chassis, which Cal Crutchlow's been running at the end of the season. And Jack Miller said it does make the bike Livio Super, said there might be only sort of minute differences in terms of the specification and feel, but Jack Miller felt like it made the bike a little bit easier to run a consistent pace over the longer laps. So Jack Miller's having a good morning session as well so far. 1:31.4. Let's look at that compares to yesterday. Yeah, he's a fraction faster, just under a tenth quicker than he was yesterday, Jack Miller. This is interesting, Nick. Jorge Lorenzo's best lap then of this second day has been put in on this GP17. Here's two riders that are going really fast. Scott Redding and Jorge Lorenzo are quick through the first sectors. In fact, Lorenzo at the moment, if he carries this on through, will be pulling off a real major shock here at the end of the day, because he could be heading to the top of the timesheets. Estimated position then for the new factory Ducati rider, first place.
Wow. I mean, Maverick Vinales is a fantastic story.
This would be a showstopper.
Lorenzo would be a headline maker, wouldn't it?
This would be a real showstopper.
Oh, it's going to be close, and he will have the power for that. He's very good through the fourth sector on the Yamaha, but he really has got the power on the Ducati. This is going to be close. 42.5 minutes to go. Lorenzo into turn 14. Can he write the headlines for tomorrow morning? Gigi Delineated looks on.
He should be heading into the top three at least, Jorge Lorenzo. Over the line he comes. Yeah, he goes third at 1:31.052. So two of the new boys, Maverick Vinales on the Yamaha, Jorge Lorenzo on the Ducati, are inside that top three. Was that, I think, a bit of a smug look on Paolo Giabatti's face there?
Can ring up the board as well, can say, look, I know it was a lot of money, but this is what we're getting. This is what they are getting.
You did wonder as well, didn't you, for Lorenzo's famed silky smooth riding style would gel immediately with that Ducati. Well, I think we've got an answer already today.